It's Christine from Pack Hacker. In this video, we're taking a look at the tomtoc Explorer-H02 Sling Bag, which I've been testing for 2 weeks. If you find this video helpful, click subscribe so we can keep bringing you content to help you travel smarter. Let's dive in. This is the 11-inch version of the Explorer-H02 Sling Bag, and you can also get it in a smaller 8-inch or a larger, let me check, 14-inch size. Either way, you're going to have Cordura ballistic nylon, and then you can see, let me hold that up. You can see sort of on the front here, it's got a sort of a water resistant coating just on the lower part of the front, on the sides, and on the bottom. So that just helps if you're going to set it down in something that's maybe a little damp, or if you get caught in the rain, you know, there's that added protection there. Also, the main compartment features a water resistant YKK zipper, so there's that to protect your gear as well. And then all of the zippers are YKK, obviously, and then they have these Hypalon-like pulls, so they're rather easy to open and close. We've got the tomtoc name here, just down the front, black on black, and as of the time of this review, this specific size, the 11-inch, is only available in the black. So it'll go with everything, right? So that makes it great. Then we also have these two straps on the side. At first, they kind of look like compression straps, but they're not. So you could maybe hook something to them if you really wanted to. They're rather thick, I think, to be attachment points. I don't know if they're just sort of for looks, or if you had a really large carabiner, you could use them for hanging something off if you wanted to. I just didn't find myself doing that. The only other hardware to talk about is we have Duraflex buckle and adjuster on the strap, and that's about it for external features. Speaking of the strap, we have a nice sort of satiny webbing. It's very soft and a little shiny strap, and it is adjustable on either side of this shoulder pad. And you can see it's a little bit of a thick shoulder pad, but it does not slide along the strap like on some other sling bags that I've tested. Instead, you have to adjust it on each side to find the right fit. And there are strap keepers down here, although if you wear it a little tighter, you might still have a little extra dangling off there, because these are like clip type strap keepers. So they're a little hard to sort of thread more than one layer in, but I didn't find that being a problem. These adjusters do loosen over time, especially if you're pulling it on and off. But if you want to keep them better adjusted or in the right place more often, just unbuckle it and attach it to yourself that way. That tends to keep it from loosening up. Before we move on, the back panel also has some really good padding. It's totally hard to see, but it's about the same thickness as the shoulder strap. So all in all, it's a very good, capable harness system for a 7-liter bag. So although it's on the larger side with the padded shoulder strap and the padded back panel, this is a very comfortable bag. Now I will say, if you're wearing it as I am now and you have it more on your back, crossbody, and you are power walking a bit, it will start bouncing, but it's not uncomfortable, it's just there. I didn't find myself it digging into my shoulder or anything like that. And if you prefer, you can just carry it over one shoulder. If you just want to sling it up just for a short distance, that works too. But to sort of keep it in place, crossbody works best. You can swing it around to the front and, still easily access your gear. Since it does sit horizontally, you're never going to have any issue getting into any of the pockets. And with it being all black, it does go in very many situations. Along with the main compartment, there are plenty of other places to put your gear as well. So let's start with the front. We have a very wide front pocket here, but it is very shallow. It's basically as deep as this sort of, I don't know what you want to call it, but this piece of fabric, it's sort of, delineated there on the front of the bag. Inside there are like 2 slip pockets where you can see I've got AirPods there, I've got tissues there. You could also stick your phone in here, but I did find a better place for it because there's also a large key leash here. It's very long, so you can probably open a door with the keys still attached. But if you have your keys in there and then you have them bumping up against your phone, I don't know, it's just not my favorite thing. So I tended to put the phone in the main compartment, which ends up being just as easy to access, as I will show you in a minute. But then we flip around and there is a really large pocket back here. It's like the whole back panel. So it's really good for slender gear, like I've got passport, a notebook, you could put documents, boarding passes, whatever. You can, it's big enough, you can put something bulky back here, but then you have to realize that it's going to be bumping up against you as you walk or transport yourself, however you're going to do it. So whatever you put in there is going to be banging up against you, or at least resting up against you if you're not power walking as I do. And so you might not want the feeling of something so large pressing up against you. That's why I think this is really better suited for slim gear, flatter things that are just gonna sort of stay out of the way and be able to be obscured by the back panel padding. Now onto the main compartment. We have a dual-sided zipper here. So like I said, I found myself just putting my phone in here more often, and so you can just open it a little bit, pull out just the one thing you need, and it's pretty easy to do that. It's even easier when it's on your body instead of sitting on a desk here like this, but just to show you. So you can open it up either way, and the opening extends a little bit down the side, so you can see that there is a lot of space to fill and also a lot of room to see into the bag. On the back here, we've got the tomtoc logo, and also pointing out that we have Cordura materials here, which is great. And then this compartment is basically divided into 2. If I didn't have them filled, they're pretty equal size sections, but it ends up that in front of the divider ends up being taking up more space, I found, just because there's added pockets and stuff, which we will get to in a sec. So back here we have room for a tablet, I think up to like an 11-inch tablet, so you can fit like a regular iPad or an iPad Air, but you're not going to fit an iPad Pro in here or a laptop. It's just a little bit too small. So you can carry your iPad there though. And then in front, there's this very large zippered pocket, which you can either use for tech accessories, or I've got a 3D printed version of a Nintendo Switch in here, so you could carry your Switch there as well. If you didn't want to carry your Switch, there's definitely enough room for like larger headphone, over-the-ear headphones, cords, dongles, so it really depends on what you need to carry. But if you are a more casual user, which it seems this bag might be designed for, you've got your gaming device, you've got a little bit of, productivity here with your tablet, and you're good to go. And then on the front are 2 more mesh pockets topped with elastic, and you can see that's where I slid my phone. And then I've got a wall charger here. You could do a wall charger and cords. You can shove the cord somewhere else, however you like to use it. You can see there's lots of space. And then there is space in front of it too for more gear, depending on what you need to bring. If you had maybe some gloves or a hat or something like that, it would easily fit there. So I really feel like This is designed more for a casual user who definitely has tech they want to carry every day, but not necessarily like anybody with a laptop setup. Obviously, it's a sling, it's a 7-liter sling. It's not meant to hold a laptop. But if you like to travel and you want to take, your gaming system with you and your iPad so you can stay busy on the plane and not get bored, it would definitely be a great use for this. So there you have it, the tomtoc Explorer-H02 Sling Bag. Thanks for keeping it here at Pack Hacker, your guide to smarter travel. We'll see you in the next one.